Hi everybody, it's Christina Quick, the Tarot Biz Mentor here from the Profitable Psychic Divination and Business Academy. Welcome to today's video. So today is a subscriber question, and the question is, what are the best course creation platforms for new course creators? Now, creating courses and passive income is a big passion of mine. It's something that I teach about in my programs and in my own courses, and something that I really, really love to do, and something that you'll probably see me speaking about more in the future, especially in 2020 on this YouTube channel. So I'm excited to share this information with you because some things that I think that are just like, I just know them, they're secondhand knowledge. I realize that there's a lot of things that I know that aren't secondhand knowledge. And so I'm excited to go back to more of these basics and talk to you guys about some things like platforms and like considerations for different platforms and things like that. So today we're actually going to talk about 3 different platforms that I really like for brand new course creators. Of course, these are platforms that can grow with you, but they are really great for people who are brand new to course creation and maybe don't have the $200 to $500 to $1,000 per month to of extra, money just laying around that they could put into a course creation engine and software and things like that. So this is going to be hosted, third-party hosted. We're not going to talk about WordPress because that can get a little complicated. That may be something that I talk about in the future. So what are some of the best WordPress plugins? Try saying that 5 times fast. What are some of the best WordPress plugins for WordPress for course creators and community creators? Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 3 that I like and that I utilize the most. And actually 1 and 2 are going to be pretty close. They're going to be pretty close when it comes to would I go with this or would I go with that one? And I'm going to give you some considerations towards the end of this video for you to look at. So I'm not going to talk about how much they cost. I'm not going to talk about what features they include. That's because these things change and there's no sense in creating a video about that and then 6 months later prices differ or amenities differ and then this video is outdated. My intention today is just to share with you the platforms that I like, and then in the comments below I'm going to link you to their pricing pages, and I'm not an affiliate for any of these as of right now, but I'm going to link you to their pricing, and then you can kind of go through and see which one would actually fit your budget and fit your needs and what you intend to utilize it for. So the very first one that I recommend is the one that I utilize, and that is ThinkEpic. ThinkEpic is pretty robust in its capabilities. You can host courses. I think you can host the first 3 for free, I believe. And so it's really great. It's a really great place to set up your opt-in and then set up your main course and then maybe like a workshop or something along those lines. So you could utilize all 3 of those slots. But yeah, I really like ThinkEpic. I've been with ThinkEpic for probably 2 years now. It's one of the newer ones on the block. It's not as old as some of these other ones. And sometimes that can be a benefit because you have new management, you have people with new ideas coming in, and so you can see some really cool things. But as far as ThinkEpic goes, you can create courses, you can set up drip feed content. I mean, you can manually enroll people, you can sync it with your CRMs, everything like that. You can create certifications and host Q&As and all that kind of stuff. Now, the second one is Teachable. Teachable, in my opinion, even though I didn't put it first, Teachable, from what I read of the website, the capabilities of it, and the feedback that I get from my clients that are using Teachable versus ThinkEpic, is that Teachable is actually a little bit better. It's a little bit more, as of right now, cost effective, but it's not as robust, in my opinion, as ThinkEpic. So you kind of have to look at it like that. So I really like Teachable. It's very similar to ThinkEpic, almost identical, and they've been around a lot longer. All of the things I said that you could do with ThinkEpic, you can do with Teachable. And again, when we get to the considerations below, that's when you're really going to have to compare and contrast and see what you get. It's not that they're different platforms. They're very, very much the same platform, just a little bit of a, different user interface. But what I really mean is that when it comes to deciding if you're going to go with Thinkific or you're going to go with Teachable, when it comes to just the amenities and what they offer, it's pretty much the same. However, where they differ is at what price points and tier points that they offer certain amenities, right? And so that's where you really, and certain things that you want out of it. And that's where you kind of have to pay attention and really think about, which one that you really want to go with. The good news is that once you have one set up, if you want to switch to another one, it's very, very easy. It's not that difficult. And even I believe that they, don't quote me on this, but I think I saw that they even have support where you can hire them to basically export off one platform to another. And it also wouldn't be such a terrible idea to sign up for a free account on both of those, because then you have more options, right? And then the third one is not really a course platform per se. It's not going to offer a lot of the things that Thinkific and Teachable offer. However, Gumroad is a really great website to utilize to sell passive income products. So if you want to sell a course and you're not really interested in offering Q&As or offering certifications and stuff like that, and you just want to sell ebooks or you just want to sell little micro courses and you want to really focus on the microtransaction, like $25 or less, Gumroad is going to be a really, really good option for you. So here are some considerations you might want to think about, some questions that you might want to be asking yourself when you're looking at all of these individual platforms, right? But mainly specifically Thinkific and Teachable. One, does it sync with your CRM and on the free account, and at which tier does it sync with your CRM? Your CRM is your customer retention management cloud or software or whatever that you use. That's like your MailChimp, your Aweber, your newsletter type of capabilities, okay? Ontraport, that sort of thing. Fusionsoft, all that kind of stuff. Number two, can you manually add students, and at what tier does that open up? Because you might want to think about that in terms of if you want to say, for example, you want to sell a coaching package, a 3-month coaching package, and you want to give a course for free as a bonus, can you manually add people to that course? And that's something to kind of think about. Another thing, does it have affiliate capabilities, meaning can you create affiliate accounts and at what price tier can you do that if you want to get help selling your stuff, or you want to reward your loyal students or your following and help them make a couple bucks off of referring the other people to your course. Another thing to look at is how many courses can you host and at what price points can you host more. Another thing that you want to look at between Thinkific and Teachable especially is how much are they charging per month and what is their yearly, because what they'll usually do is they'll charge you per month and then they will offer 20% off or something like that if you sign up for a whole year. Now, you also have to look and factor in, okay, what is their chart? How much do they charge? What is their percentage of their fees? And what do they charge per transaction? And you kind of have to do a little bit of math there. And you have to think, okay, realistically, do I realistically intend, within, let's say, the next year to sell $100 worth of courses, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 worth of courses? Be really realistic about it and think about it that way, and then do some math and see how much you would actually be investing in that, especially per transaction, because sometimes programs like this, clouds like this, they will offer you the platform for a very low fee, but then they will charge you out the butt for processing payments. So you kind of have to think about it that way. If you realistically think you're going to get at least $100 a month, which is really easy for passive income products, then you might want to go with a platform that charges you a higher base rate, but charges you a less interest and commission rate. So just some sort of things to think about. So again, once more, that I really like Thinkific and Teachable. They're kind of even across the board in terms of what they offer. Their pricing is fairly similar, but again, their amenities that in which they offer at different price points is not the same. And so that's something that you're going to have to look into. And then the other one, if you want to just offer straight up passive income products and you don't really care about like the certification aspect of it, or you don't care about the, the ongoing support with the students and things like that, Gumroad is probably going to be one of the better options, and it's more secure than say Etsy. Etsy and Gumroad would be pretty, you could set up on Etsy, but the thing with Etsy is that it's really not protected. I mean, once someone has that content, they have that content and they can just give it away. And we really want to avoid that. So with Gumroad, at least they offer some minor protections. It's not as good as say ThinkEpic or Teachable, where you can lock it down to where people can only access certain content within your Academy website versus, downloading the content straight to their hard drive. So again, that's something else you might want to consider. So I hope you liked this video. If you are a course creator, I would love to know, what platforms do you like? Do you use any of the ones I mentioned, and what do you like about them? What don't you like about them? And if this video helped you, let me know which ones you're thinking about checking out. And if you have any questions, I'm always here. Drop me a line and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks. See you in the next video. Bye.